Hello Pisces, welcome to your monthly tarot reading for June 2023. I wanted to take this time to say a very big thank you to my regular followers. Thank you so much for joining me again. Thank you so much for supporting me. This is going to be very soon a year that I've had my YouTube channel, and it feels wonderful to one, still be here, and two, watching it slowly grow and evolve, and I hope that you've enjoyed the journey as well. To those of you that are new, thank you so much. I hope you will like what you find here, and I hope you will like the video and subscribe if you feel called to. Thank you so much. Let's get started. Pisces, look at your beautiful cards. Look at this green. Independence, money. Nice. So the overall energy we have for June for you, Pisces, is sunset and magic. And I love those two cards together because there is a sense of magic in the sunsets, isn't it? So this is how the energies are likely to play out, or the overall energy. So it's what sort of filters through the whole reading, what permeates through the whole reading, and how one might lead to the other, or how they might work together. We have the 4-week breakdown. Week 1 is the 8 of Cups, week 2 is the High Priestess, week 3 is the 2 of Wands, and week 4 is the 9 of Wands. And then we have the 2 oracles as additional messages. Now, I'm being drawn to the tarot first, so we'll come back to the overall energy. Now, there's a sense of needing to leave something behind. There's a sense of moving forward to something new. What was once fulfilling is no longer fulfilling. What you were once building, it's no longer for you. So I'm really getting here in your reading, Pisces, there's been a lapse of time that you were building something. And it was fulfilling, and it involved your heart. The Cups is emotion and feelings and heart, being aligned with your heart space. And it's also, they depict fulfillment. And you've got the 8 of Cups, and it goes to the 10 of Cups. And 10 of Cups is complete fulfillment. So there was a lot of fulfillment here. Yet, we see this person walking away, and he has the Ace of Wands in his hand. And I love how this person turns into the 2 of Wands in your reading. And those of you that know me know that the 2 of Wands is one of my most favorite cards in all the tarot. And there's this sense that a new passion, a new calling, a new purpose has awakened something in you, and your old life, this could be job, relationships, beliefs, values, a business, a place that you used to live. This can be like travel, moving away. But there's a sense that something that once fulfilled you no longer does. It's no longer the path for you. And it's, I don't normally really notice this, but I notice that he's on the other side of the little river kind of thing. So in this reading, it's making me feel like this is a big area of your life. So if this is a relationship, this is a relationship that you've been in for a long time. Friends that you've had a long time, or you could be moving away from family, you know, family, they've been around for a long time. It could be a job that you've been in for a long time, working for the same company, or you could have been building your own business for a long time. Whatever it is, I'm getting a sense that you haven't been doing it for the last couple of years. There's a sense here that like you've been in this for at least 8 years or more. Now, if that doesn't really fit an area of your life, then this is an aspect of yourself that you're letting go. And it's a big aspect of yourself. It's a truth that you've come to see that you can no longer ignore. So it's a big change. And one, I feel, Pisces, that you're taking. You're really taking. Because you've got the High Priestess. And I love how she's in between the 8 of Cups and the 2 of Wands. Because she's telling you, Pisces, that you don't know the way. You know that where you are right now is no longer right for you. Now, I need to say that it's not, and Spirit wants this to be very clear, Pisces. It's not that suddenly you hate your job. Suddenly you hate your spouse. Suddenly you hate your family. Suddenly you hate the place that you live in. Whatever this is, suddenly you hate yourself. And Spirit doesn't want you to create hate in order to make it easier to walk away. So let's go to the analogy of if this is a relationship. There is most likely still love there for the other. Now, I'm talking general relationship. It can be with your boss, with your spouse, with a friend, with a colleague, with whatever it is. However this applies to you. And remember, Pisces, this might not be a relationship, but Spirit wants me to give you this very clear message. It's not hating the other person that is the reason why you're moving. There can still be genuine love, genuine friendship, genuine connection, but you're no longer on the same wavelength. You're no longer moving in the same direction. You're no longer, I really want to say, meant to be together. And sometimes it's difficult to say, do you know, there's nothing wrong with this job. There's nothing wrong with this relationship. It just doesn't fit me anymore. And so I'm moving on. And we as people, we need to stop being not okay with that. We need to stop judging others, that when something doesn't fit, They don't strive and turn their whole life into an exercise of making it fit. No, doesn't fit. Can you imagine spending your whole life buying shoes that don't fit you? There's a level of pain that you will always be in. And I know that sounds so simplistic, so obvious, but that's what we do when we try to fit, or when we try to stay in something that no longer fits us. We have to mold ourselves to fit. It doesn't work. And so what do we do? Instead of being honest and saying, you know what, this doesn't work for me anymore, I'm really sorry, I need to move on, I need to be somewhere different, I need to... What do we do? In order to make it feasible, we create drama. So we start to argue. We make the other person unhappy. So then when we say, oh, we want to go, there's almost relief. And it's not really what the High Priestess is, but this is what I'm getting from this High Priestess, is knowing that you can still have gratitude for that job, love for that job, love for your boss or your partner or your family, and still need to move away. Still need to go to the next thing. And it's not that you're fickle. It's not that you're thinking the grass is always greener on the other side. It's not that. And we have to stop telling each other that. The more and more we are honest about what we now need, the more we'll realize how much we actually hurt ourselves and those around us when we try to fit into what no longer fits for us. The High Priestess knows, she's that link between our world and the unseen world. She has an understanding of the complexity of being a human being, but she also knows the joy and the freedom of being a soul. She knows the limitlessness of us and also the unlimitedness of us. She would never ask somebody to change themselves to fit something. She would always be the one to say, go find what fits. Because do you know, Pisces, there's a sense here that the energy you will use in making yourself fit is probably more than the energy you will use to move forward and to change. There's this energy calling you forward. There's something in you that has changed, and you're looking at the horizon, maybe figuratively speaking, or maybe in reality, and you're saying, what do I want for myself now? This is the dreaming stage. This is the acknowledging that you've had, you were on a path, and that path is finished. And now there's a new calling you forward. this wand, this calling, this passion inside of you, it's moving you forward. It's moving you away from where you once were or what you once knew. And then you'll put that aside. That journey's done. And at one time, the wands are your passion, your fire, your soul. So it's your purpose and your calling. But we have more than one in our life. You know, we can have many, many, many callings. And I think with this 9 of wands, Spirit is saying you've had lots, you've done this before. And I want you to really focus on each person here of the minor arcana. The major arcana is the work Spirit does, the part that Spirit plays in co-creating with us. The minor arcana is what we do. And I want you to see that there is the same person in the same kind of cloak, and is always holding the Ace of Wands. Pisces, to me, that depicts that this is bigger than you. You can't ignore this. And, you know, sometimes we can spend years ignoring it. Sometimes it's too much of a leap. There's too much change that's required of us. And we can't seem to take the path. And it doesn't matter how long this takes, Pisces. Spirit's telling me you will take the path. So don't worry, you won't miss this journey. This journey is for you 100%. You will not miss it. You will not do it. And Spirit's saying it doesn't matter how long it takes. It doesn't matter how many attempts you take. This path is yours, and it opens up your world. It opens up this drive in you that you think, gosh, where did that come from? Or that you probably might have the feeling of, wow, I haven't felt like this in a long time. When we are on the right path, we're fueled by something deep within us. We can still get tired. We can still get burnt out. We can still lose our direction. We can still have moments of great, crippling doubt. But there's always something that keeps us moving forward. It's bigger than us, and it's deeper than logic. It's not logic. It's not, I've put in all this effort and I've just got to keep doing it. That doesn't keep us going. I mean, it can keep us locked into that cycle, but it doesn't have the same fuel to it. It doesn't have the same dedication and drive. And we'll know when we're in this because we are resentful and we blame others. You know, in some aspect of your life, Pisces, it's time to move forward. You know that, my friends. I can feel it. And even me saying that, I got tingles. I know that there's something in you that's like, oh, do I dare? Oh, if only it was easier. If only, gosh, if only I could have already done the ending part. Or I could already be on the other side. We can't skip steps. Allow this to fuel you. And don't make whatever's in your, whatever you've had, whatever this is that you need to change, Don't allow yourself to make it go ugly in order to have an excuse for you to exit it. This Nine of Wands is that I'm just getting so many messages. It's a message of, you've got this, Pisces, you've done this before in your life. And maybe go back and look at those instances. They'll help you to see that, okay, yes, the leaving part was not great, but, you know, I was able to move forward, and then that person was able to move forward, or the company was able to find a person that truly wanted to be there, or whatever it is for you, Pisces. There's this sense that no matter how difficult this path gets, you're holding your calling. So it keeps you upright, it keeps you moving forward. It's also a caution of your past paths have gotten you to where you are today, but it doesn't mean you have to stay with each of those paths. You don't owe those people or those paths anything. There's a certain level of gratitude that comes with saying thank you, thank you, thank you. All these things have brought me to where I am today, to who I am today. And there's a sense of bless them and let them go with love. So then they don't hold you back. So there's a lot of messages with this Nine of Wands. Some caution you and some move you forward. But you've done this before, Pisces, in different areas of your life. And yes, you can feel a little bit fragile, a little bit worst for wear. But don't forget about this place. And I feel like that's why in the third week or the third energy, this could be playing out over 4 months. I'm even hearing Spirit say this can be playing out over 4 years. It's a big journey in front of you because it's a big ending. This is a big life change. And that can take us a little while to have it move forward. But this enables you to see what's calling you and draw on that energy. And it fills you up. This feels so good. And it doesn't matter what life throws at you afterwards. You'll still be standing. Now, this overall energy, sunset and magic. The sunset is the ending of the day. This is your ending. And this is peaceful. She's peaceful. It's the tide coming in and the tide going out. And there is an aspect here, Pisces, that if you are truly honest and you don't allow drama or make this situation bad in order to feel like, oh yeah, I've got an excuse to leave it now. If you're truly honest, it will actually be a lot less traumatic, a lot less drama filled. There'll still, like this water showing me emotions, it'll still be emotional. You've got the cups here which show emotions and feelings. So there'll still be emotions and sadness. But there's this sense of allowing. There's this sense of letting it go. Feeling what you feel. But there's no anger. There's no resentment. There's just... I just feel this love flowing in and out. This gratefulness to be able to start your new path. As sad as the ending is, everybody kind of wishes everybody well, and I'm not saying that that's the way it's going to go down, but I feel that the underlying current is. So that might not come about for years or months. But there's this sense that everybody will be okay in there. There's this, it's for the best. And Pisces, it brings magic back into your life. It brings new possibilities. You know, magic is exciting. And I'm not saying that you're chasing excitement or the new and you're done with the old, and it's not that energy at all. There's this calling in you. There's this change in you. And you know that you need to go and see what that is. Life is taking you in a different direction. Your soul is guiding you in a different direction. And there's magic in that. There is opportunity in that. I'm also seeing this mirror. And I'm also seeing that very soon in this old situation, you won't recognize yourself in it anymore. You're changing so much that when you look at yourself in this scenario, you don't know who that is, because it's not you anymore. It doesn't fit you anymore. Now, you might not know exactly to what extent you've changed or you're changing, but you need to seek that out. This is the planning, this is the dreaming, this is your vision board. This is, the world is your oyster. What do you want to do? Where do you want to go? Who do you want to meet? And it's almost like you've got this magic mirror. You can't see the future, but you can feel the calling of it. You can feel the electricity from it. This magic is like this new life calling you forward. The new you is calling you out of your old life. Now, there's a sense here, Pisces, that you'll be embracing independence. And the card says, the more you learn to feed yourself on the inside and care for the inner child, the more freestanding you become. Help me feed and love this inner child, dear Lord. And this inner child, I feel, is so befitting in your reading, Pisces, because this inner child, I'm going to use it completely different to how we use the inner child and nurturing your inner child. This inner child is this new you that has emerged. It's when you look in the mirror, you don't recognize yourself. Your ideas and your goals have changed, and you're like, gosh, where does this come from? And it's this learning more about who you are becoming, learning more about this new you that's emerging. These new ideas, these new passions, these new callings. There's this sense of, gosh, I feel this change in me. What does that mean? How do I apply that in my everyday life now? Because Pisces, the universe does not want us to stay in the old. And that's a message that I have gotten time and time again in these June readings. The universe, we have changed so much in the last few years that now we need to apply that, and we need to make changes in our life that fit with that. And there's been a lot of butterflies in these readings actually, and you've got the butterfly as well. There's this sense of using your wings, of no longer crawling along the branches. You're no longer the caterpillar. And there's nothing wrong with the caterpillar. But if you always view your past self as the caterpillar, and it moves along its branches slowly, gathering information, you know, it feeds. They constantly feed because they need all that to fuel their transformation into the butterfly. And there's this sense that then you fly. Then the butterfly lays eggs, dies, that transformation ends, and the new cycle begins. That's our life. It's the continual cycle. And Spirit wants you to embrace that. Each cycle is different, but each cycle makes us kind of walk away, not from all our life. Sometimes it is all our life, every aspect of our life, because the transformation is so huge. Sometimes it's just in an area of our life. This independence, this spreading of your wings, as much as you'll be afraid, it's going to feel wonderful. And then you've got money. All my finances are now in divine order. Love itself knows my needs and is the source for all. I needn't cling to gain or fear loss. Every need will be met through offering all to the divine. And I feel that this money card is here in your reading, Pisces, for the pure reason of Spirit saying to you, you'll have everything that you need. Because it's like to live in this world, to live as a human on this planet, we need money. You know, there's no ifs or buts about it. You know, money is not bad. Money is just the way our world functions. So to say I don't need money is not. It's not a truth, is it? It's really not a truth. And at the same time, we shouldn't make it all about the money. But in your reading, I feel that don't be worried about changing your life, because your needs will be met. You'll always manage. You might go through times where you have less. So if you leave a relationship, you're going to find yourself on your own. So there's this sense of suddenly you find yourself in lack. If you leave your job, the next one might not pay as much, or you know, there might be an interim period where you don't have a regular income coming in, so you're living off your savings that you're watching dwindle. So there's this aspect of lack. But the money card is here to reassure you, Pisces, that that's just your perception. What is actually going to be offered to you is so much greater than where you see the lack. The independence, the ability to spread. I love how these cards really, the colors really mirror each other. And I feel that saying that this independence, this spreading of your wings and flying, moving to the next stage in your life, embracing this new you that it has emerged. A life will meet you on that level. You will have enough to move in this journey. The times where you feel you've gone backwards, you haven't. You've just changed direction. So do not be afraid, my friends, that this journey is going to set you back in any way. It might feel like that, and it might look like that. And generally when we walk away from something, you know, the Eight of Cups is not nothing. When we walk away from things like that, yes, there is an emptiness in our life. There's a void. But this Money card is saying it will be filled. But your concern is not filling it. Your concern is following your path. There's a magic here. And this magic is also the universe. There's something bigger at play here. It's your soul. And allow it to take the course that it takes. I feel the magic here. The High Priestess. There's a sense of divine timing. There's a sense of this will unfold as you are ready for it. As you progress, everything will unfold gently and slowly. And you'll always have enough. A beautiful journey, my friends, a beautiful journey, Pisces, in front of you. Just trust. Trust your feelings. Trust that gut feeling. And allow things to just, allow the tide to go out and take with it what no longer serves you. I'm going to leave you with those messages, my friends. Love, light and blessings, Pisces. Have a wonderful month. Take good care of yourselves and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.